Hiya there. Hello again from me, Lorraine, and guess who's snuck in again? Princess Bernard. Say hello. Yeah, well done. So what we're going to talk about today. Now, it's the last week, as I'm recording this, before the Easter holidays. And it seems a bit bonkers to me because it feels like you've all only just got back together again. And then suddenly you're having a holiday and it just seems weird. But do you know what? I think everybody could do with a rest, couldn't they? And just a break from everything. So I was thinking about, what do I wish for everybody? To go home. Do I wish them a happy Easter? Actually, and that just didn't kind of cut it because I think it's more than that. I think we need rest and relaxation and chill out time. And then I thought about a word which I've come across before, maybe you have too. It's from the Jewish faith and it's called Shalom. And it's such a lovely word because it kind of means peace, but then it means so much more than that as well. It means wellness and wholeness. And do you know what? I think we all need that, don't we? Because it feels like we've been limping along for the last year, and as I'm recording this, it's going to be a year tomorrow that we've been in lockdown. And of course there's been many more that it must feel even longer than that because they've been shielding. So I think we all just need that feeling of shalom. Now then, like I say, it covers a bit more than just a happy kind of feeling. It is much more than that. Now I could say happy, and being happy is great, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, we've all had happy moments, but I don't think we could stay like that forever because I think being happy all the time can take up a lot of energy. Imagine Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. And I think humans naturally come down to this kind of middle ground. So if being quite low or quite high, naturally tend to come back down to the middle ground. And probably that's where we can find shalom. I love that word. It's one of those words that you say over and over again. It just sounds weird after a bit, doesn't it? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Sorry. Right. So now then, so how can we get that feeling of shalom? And you probably do it a lot anyway, and you might naturally find that balancing point. So I'll give you some examples of what I do. I've told you about that I love gardening, haven't I? So yeah, on at the weekend, I definitely got that feeling. It was a beautiful day outside, and I was in the garden. And do you know what I was doing? I was planting some seeds. And then there was some other seeds coming out, and you could just see the little shoots starting to come up. And there's some buds on the trees. You see the blossoms starting to come out. And that gives me that feeling of peace and wellness. I mean, it's not a wild and exciting feeling. That's fine. It's just that feeling of balance and calm. And just for that little moment in time, all is well with the world. And there might be still lots of stuff going on. You might still have problems or worries or everything like that. But just for that little moment in time, you just feel okay and at peace and shalom. Okay. So there's lots of other things. And do you know, they're often stupid little things, really daft little things that give you that feeling. And they'll be different for all of us. So it might be for you swinging on a swing. That's just a nice feeling, is it? Swinging backwards and forwards. So it might, that feeling when you first get into a bath, that kind of kind of feeling. Or for me, holding a cup of tea. That first cup of tea in the morning is just lovely. There's all sorts of those little feelings, and it's kind of like mindfulness, I suppose, but it's more than that. It's that feeling of wellness and calm. So I think that's what I'm going to wish for you this Easter, this shalom. Okay, now then, I wonder what you do. I wonder what gives you that feeling of peace and calm. Our activity today is doing a little bit of something, but it's also a little bit of fun. And getting that feeling of shalom. So often we think about peace and a dove as representing peace. Now, I did think about showing you how to make an origami dove. I think that was beyond my skill set. And I went, can we go paper aeroplane, kind of like a dove? Well, if we use our imaginations, we can. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I thought what we could do is get a scrap bit of paper. I see here's one I made earlier. So there we go. Just got an old scrap bit of paper because we're being all environmental, aren't we? And trying to save paper and things like that. So, and I made a paper aeroplane. So you can just be as simple. Some people are quite good at making paper aeroplanes, but here's just a simple way, and I'm sure you can do it lots better than I can. There you go. You've got your bit of paper like that, scrap bit of paper, and you fold it in half that way, okay? And then you open it out again, and in the middle point, you see that you fold it down to the middle line. There we go. Then what you do, fold it up again, like that. So you can see the nose cone there, the pointy end already, can't you? And then what we do is fold out to make the wings. There we go. There. That's it. Now, have a bit of practice because, you know, I'm not great at making paper aeroplanes either, just putting it out there. So I'm sure you can do a lot better than I can imagine this is going to dive bomb, but that's okay. Now, what we're then going to do is, if you want to, if you've got time, is to put a little thing that gives you that feeling of shalom. So can you see there? I have put a little plant pot with a seedling coming through because that gives me that really peaceful feeling. Okay, but you might put some other things on there. Depends how much time you've got. Now, if you haven't got time to fly these right now, then stick it in your bag or stick it to one side until you can take it home and then have a go in the garden. But if you do have time, then maybe you can go outside and just have the feeling of throwing the paper aeroplane. And that's quite satisfying, that kind of, yeah, that's good, a good feeling. And just have fun with it. If it dive bombs, it doesn't matter. But do make sure that you're all facing the same way. We don't want any pokey eyes, do we? We really don't want that. So be careful. Okay, so now really, that's it then from me. I hope you do have a lovely holiday. But what I will wish for you is that you have that feeling of shalom throughout the holidays. Okay, you take care and I'll see you next term.